Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris, the machine... What was the... Oh god, Synthetic Dawn? I almost forgot what it was called. So where we left off, we had just picked up, probably right here? No, sorry, wrong one. We had just picked up our Unity thing, and we're going to get another one in 43 months. I'm tempted to actually go for synchronicity to increase our robot build speed, but we may not do that. Now, something to keep in mind here, we are getting close to finishing off this population. In fact, there's probably about 10 to 12 months left. So it's probably, I would say it's a good time to actually start building the building because they take about a year. And this is going to be a mining network. Oh, you know what? I actually do need more energy. Energy is a bit of a problem for me right now. So I might actually go ahead and pick up a power plant. Yeah, I'm going to pick up a power plant, and I'm actually going to move this population over here and work on the power plant. Oh, you know what? It would have been even better to actually unlock this. But I'm going to go over here, and I'll leave that at that. Kind of missed a couple pop-ups there, but yeah, I have plenty of minerals. I need more of other things. So we're going to speed up the game again, and then we will kind of bullshit and talk about what's going on. I'm curious to see what kind of planets... Ooh, there is a potentially habitable world over there. Okay, system survey completed in Tagira. Looks like pretty unremarkable set of systems here. I think I'm either getting quite unlucky or it's just, you know, the roll of the dice isn't extremely in my favor right now. I do want to go and survey this system because this is potentially where my first colony is going to be. And I'm actually not too far away from potentially getting it. Now, colony ships are quite expensive. 500 minerals is a lot. I do believe we will be able to afford that though, as we go into the future and into the forward. I am building a research station here. I'm going pretty hard into the engineering research, which is an interesting strategy. It's not actually... I would almost never play this way, but I decided it would be fun. It would be interesting to kind of experiment and try this kind of quick research style. Usually I go for a very expansive style. It's kind of more my flavor of play. Okay, the construction ship is finished, and I will go ahead and say build this. I like that you can just queue up everything, but I like to micromanage things. I like to build things one by one, at least in the early game. Later on in the game, when I'm like swimming in minerals, I'll just be like, yeah, just build everything here, build everything there. You know, I don't want to micromanage every little thing. So that was this system being surveyed, and a scientist has leveled up. That was Vaglog. Vaglog has leveled up. Actually, speaking of which, I should be able to get you to go and do this now because the risk level is very, very low. So once you're finished in here, I'm going to want to remember to do that. And there is a world here. There's 2 worlds here that are habitable to me. There's also another one here. I'm going to want to get those. I'm going to want to save up as much as I can. But at the same time, I don't want to just sit here and not improve the things that are in my border for the sake of not improving them. So I'm probably going to get them online because they do pay for themselves over time. I mean, sure, it's 90 minerals. It takes them 45 months to pay for themselves, but the payoff is worth it long term. So I'm kind of going for... I'm kind of a... Usually I would go for a fast expansion style, but instead I'm going to go for like more of a infrastructure style. I'm going to build a little bit of infrastructure in my empire. Now, I do want to play around with the engineering facility. In my head, it makes more sense to make a physics base here, but I'm kind of want to experiment with this whole physics, this whole engineering style that I'm kind of experimenting with. So I'm going to stick down an engineering facility right there. That'll take me 90 months. Now that's again, I am spending a lot of my early game money here, but that's fine. It's not a huge deal. I'm going to be building another pop here soon as well. So look forward to that. Oh, we have a new engineering research. Thankfully, the research does save up. And let's see here. Ooh, a mining network 2 could be very, very interesting, as could the ion thruster, because the ion thruster, I believe it gives you more evasion and it increases the speed of your ships. Plus 5% minerals could be just nice. I don't think I have the resources to be able to afford mining network upgrades. I mean, I could go that route. It's not a bad route to go. Just getting a base 5% minerals would be pretty cool. I remember I actually helped write a mod, or at least I say I helped write the mod. I assisted with the writing of a tooltips for a UI mod. I don't know if that mod is still out there, but man, that was like, I think it was like a good 8-10 hours of just writing tooltips. So when you hovered over these things, it would tell you what technologies it led to and what technologies it unlocked. I don't know if that mod is still around. Let's see. Mineral capacity. I've just because the reason I mentioned it is because I like instinctively hovered over here and then expected like the whole thing to appear where it tells you what this led to and what it would unlock. So I could go, you know what? I have been going this kind of infrastructure style. So if I were to pick this up, I could go for fast mines. And I feel like going in infrastructure style as a machine empire, that kind of feels like the right route to me. That feels like the right move. So that was finished in there. That's good news. So I finished my population. I'm going to want to build another one. Oh, I think my scientists in here just leveled up, and they did. That's excellent. I believe they can malfunction. I don't know what the probability is though. Immortal will never die, so they're quite a few young people. Scientist has leveled up, and we built the population construction. We're going to want to build another one here next month. Oh, didn't mean to unpause here. Let's have a look. Despite the toxic content and high pressure of this planet's atmosphere, strong life signs have been detected coming from its surface. Now, I have no problem with you doing it, but I actually want this guy to do it because I want him, I want Unit R1 to get leveled up because he's immortal. So instead, let's see, oh, the Youth Empire. We've discovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Gear Tab 6, that's in here. Gear Tab 6. Based on the age of the artifacts, there are aliens called them the Youth and appear to have been very large and flat arthropod analogues. It seems a single individual could reach a length of nearly 100 meters as an adult, and it was apparently exceedingly rare for more than 2 or 3 Youth to be aboard the same starship. Begins the precursors, the Youth event chain. So that's a situation log. So I have to find 6 Youth artifacts. Very cool. I'm excited at that possibility. As for this science ship, I will go ahead and get you to explore this system, Tronda. And then we'll move on. I want to wait until the next month, and then I will be building another population in here. Oh, build a pop is what I meant to do. This is Silicron. There we go. I want to be spending my money as it comes in order to get the most of the benefit that I can. Construction ship is about to be finished, so I'll go ahead and move here preemptively to go ahead and pick up this. Technological acquisition successful. Surveyed, found an anomaly. Mining station has been constructed, and we researched quantum theory. Now, it was probably a mistake to actually go for all 3 research buildings, but no big deal. Now, we are going to want to get power plants fairly early because we are going for this infrastructure style, so our empire upkeep is already fairly high. That said, we could go for research. We could sneak in the research speed and just get that little bit of research to speed us up. And I don't know if it's worth it. It wouldn't really give us a huge amount. I mean, it would be pretty cool. I think going for infrastructure here, picking up the power plant is going to be very useful, in particular because I need it. I need the money. That's just like, what else do I say? I need the money. Okay. We have, oh, what's this? Is this my fleet, my regular fleet? Or no, this is my construction ship, that's right. Pretty soon I will have the cash flow to build. Okay, you finished your system survey. Let me have a look. Why aren't you surveying over here, little science shippy? Which one are you? Oh, here. Okay, so I want you to go do these things. I'm going to change you to Unit R1. I want you to go research that anomaly. And then I'm going to pick up this construction ship. I'll zoom in on it and we'll hold on. And we'll hold on and wait for the... Oh, construction has been completed. I believe that was the research lab finishing here. Okay. Yeah, but we're gonna want to get this online. Where's my construction ship? Okay, so 1 more month should do the trick. Oh, consumer goods. Half a mineral per population. That's quite expensive. I may have to try and get that down. We do have to watch out for pirates. I do believe the pirate events, I don't know if it still happens for machines, but it's something we're going to want to watch out for.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
I'm going to get you to leave that be for now. Again, I want my main scientist over here, that is the ISS Elucidator Unit R1. I want him to research these things because I want him to get the experience. Okay. One thing I will say about the music in this game, the music is fantastic, but the music has a huge dynamic range. Some music is really loud, other music feels really quiet, and I don't really like my music to have that kind of ebb and flow. Some people might appreciate it, but I like my music to be fairly consistent volume. That's why I have to go in at the end of an episode and edit all the music to be more smooth in its volume. The ISS Elucidator has picked up a strange energy signature coming from somewhere deep inside the atmosphere of Romston 3. It appears to be originating from a structure of some kind, possibly the remains of an orbital station, but the atmospheric pressure makes it impossible to approach. Nevertheless, scans of the unique signature have yielded large amounts of valuable physics data. Fascinating. Ooh, 60 physics research. That's like doubling my physics research for 10 months-ish, just under 10 months. So I'm going to go ahead and get you to go and get this. I want to... God, it's kind of annoying that it doesn't pick this guy. I'm going to get you to do that. My constructor has finished building over here, so I'm going to send you over to BHAM, because I've got even more to do over here. Thankfully, there is some energy credits. Sometimes I struggle in the early game when I'm playing Stellaris. If I don't get like any energy credit stations, I can struggle to maintain my empire. Which is why I went ahead and picked up the energy credits in here, which, typically I would go for the minerals first, but because I had so many minerals out of system, I decided, makes more sense to go the energy credits route. I'll probably want to go for, depending on how this goes, I may go for another one of these. I'll either go for energy credits, or I'll go for minerals, or I'll go for science. Okay, we just unlocked the biolab. Again, probably not the best idea. Ooh, and a network junction. That's actually really cool. The extra unity could be really powerful. I think I may actually go for that. Yeah, I think I will go for the energy junction. I like that idea. It'll take me about 10 years to get to it, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. We have our construction ship in here. So why don't you go ahead and continue to... Oh, don't build a military station. Go ahead and build me a... Do I not have you selected? Go ahead and build me a mining station, please, and thank you. It can be a little bit hard to click on things sometimes, and you might say, well, why aren't you saving up for a colony ship? It's like, I don't know, I just decided that this is the way I'm going to do things. I'm going to slowly build up my main system, and then when I fully fill things out, I'll go ahead and I'll land a colony. I don't know, man. It's just like, this is the route that I decided to go. I mean, rushing colonies is cool and all, but I don't know, man. This just felt like the right thing to do. Just felt right to me, and so this is the way I'm playing. You can't tell me not to do that. You can't tell me not to play the game the way I want. See, that is kind of like the decision that I'm kind of being faced with here. I don't know whether or not I want to go for the energy credits next, or even go further and grab a little bit of extra science. Let's see here. Ammonia biosphere. Although toxic to most known forms of life, BHAM 2 supports a thriving ecology within the high pressure of its atmosphere. Life here uses ammonia instead of water as a solvent, and has developed in ways that differ significantly from previously established ecological models. Its study would greatly benefit our knowledge of xenobiology. Cool, plus 3 society research. I'm also going to get this sciencey dude to go ahead and do this anomaly over here. Again, he's getting quite a good bit of experience from doing these anomalies, I believe. I don't know if it's actually true. We'll check. So he's at 360 experience now, and we'll kind of wait for him to go there and do that. We have another thingy to build here. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pick up the... Actually, you know what? It might not be worth it to build... It might not be worth it to build the mining station, because we are going to be settling here. So maybe we'll just sit on 0 money. Speaking of upkeep, how much do these guys cost in upkeep? So my empire is pretty energy hungry, so I might clear out this.
Anomalous surface variable detected.
Leave that be for now. I might clear out this tile and then get my Silicron to land on it. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm also kind of in the process of, I don't want to overspend. I don't want to go into negatives. I'm happy to sit at 0 or just above 0, but I don't want to go into the negatives. I don't think that's the right move for me. We are about to be picking up the mining network, which, again, this is going to be another thing that we can't really use. So I might even go into my edicts here, and I might take off the engineering research grants and then go into the physics research grants just to try and scooch this out a little bit quicker so that we can get the power plants up, because the power plants are going to be really useful. A yacht cruiser. The remains of a yacht cruiser have been found in orbit around the Trondesit 1. It seems to have fallen victim to weapons fire, but given the extreme age of the Hulk, it is difficult to be certain. There is no indication that the ship was ever equipped with an FTL drive. It must have traveled between the stars at sublight speed. Ooh, that's really cool. So we got the situation log adjusted. The derelict cruiser. So the scientist has a skill of 4 or higher. Unfortunately, we don't have a high enough skill scientist right now, but we're working on it. Let's have a look at the U. Yeah, I'm going to send you down to... There's another anomaly over here. I'm going to send you to do it. So you did have 360. You have 367 now. That's not really a whole lot of science experience, especially when you consider this guy who's doing research almost has more than you. We'll see. Plus, there's a risk doing it with our big scientist. Let's see here. Right, my construction ship. I don't want to build anything because I'm trying to increase over here. I won't be building the energy thingy for quite some time. Now, well, there's something I could do here. Is I could move one of my already grown population. I could move one of my already grown population into this tile. I would lose a little bit of minerals, but I would be able to build more stations. I would be able to afford the 2 more stations. And you know what? I actually kind of like that idea. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the power plant. That does mean that this tile is not being worked, but it will be worked when this population grows. And in the meantime, it means I can spend my money more effectively by getting the research station. And in fact, I'll just queue both of them up for now. I like the idea of just improving what I have, you know. You don't always have to rush for colonies, you know. I think rushing for a colony is a perfectly reasonable strategy, but I'm just experimenting here with a different kind of thing. So we did just unlock the mining network, and we actually can afford now, because of that little chop and change that I did, we can actually afford to upgrade a mining station in terms of the upkeep. So what's our next stop here? I could go for the mineral processing here. Build speed, that could be quite good. I think I may go for the mineral processing plant. It's a really good building to get on a lot of different planets. I'm going to pick up the mineral processing plant because it gives me the ability to specialize a planet in mineral income. It's quite rare that I would do that, but it's an option. You know, it's an option. Plus, sometimes plus 10% can be wholeheartedly worth it. And it's definitely viable on a machine empire. Let's see here. There are signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization on the asteroid. Okay. So you're constructing. I believe you're researching an anomaly. It's quite good. Anomaly has been fully surveyed. Okay. Shouldn't be too long left on this. So how many experience? I think actually I'm getting more experience from just doing surveys. I think it's entirely possible that I'm just getting more from surveys. So let me have a look here. How much do you have now? Ah, I guess the higher level ones are worth more, so that's fine. You're still staying ahead of this guy. The asteroid appears to have been serving as a home of a single Ute individual. Deep scans show a series of connected caves in the asteroid's interior that follow a pattern similar to the room seen in ancient Ute dwellings that have been discovered elsewhere. To learn more, we will have to dispatch an away team to investigate the cave system. So I believe this is another situation log thing that requires a level 5 scientist. Okay. So I'm going to send you over to Survey Shutra. There's quite a few systems around here. I haven't met anyone yet, but I haven't made an effort to meet anyone. I mean, I could go meet people, but I don't think it's necessary for me. I do think it's about time I started saving up for a colony ship. I could, in theory, upgrade here. But I don't think that's worth it. I think at this point it's worth it to save up for the colony ship. We just finished the construction of a power plant. And I may specialize this system more towards in the direction of power. We'll have to kind of see. I am unlocking the... No, I haven't unlocked the energy grid network thing. But better power plants is always good because it means I can turn my minerals into energy, which, you know, means I can afford more population, which means I can get more resources in general. We have another anomaly. Go ahead and research that anomaly. You did another system survey. I'm going to go ahead and get you to survey this system. What are you? Have you guys not done this already? Are you guys just slow? Is that what's going on here? Maybe they're just slow. I don't know. What are you guys doing? I thought you were...
Construction complete.
What are these guys doing? I'm really confused by those guys. We did just finish the research stations. So the construction ship is basically done. I'm going to send him home. What's the hotkey for that? Is it H? B. Go back to base. And rest. I'm not going to get this because I am going to be colonizing this. What's this? Ah, we could get another tradition. Now, I like the idea of increasing my survey speed. I also like the idea of getting this. Having extra research alternatives is really cool. I like the idea of going down the kind of survey path. I think that sounds like fun to me. So I'm going to pick up exploration drones. That's going to increase the speed at which I survey. Which means that increases the speed at which these guys level up, which is all good. Then I'm gonna... I want to get... Why haven't you guys explored this network of systems like I asked you? Perhaps there's got to be a most efficient way to do this. Like this, maybe? Go here. Go here. Here. Then go like this. I'm kind of annoyed that my ships have decided that, you know, they're just not going to do the thing that I wanted them to do. I feel like they should have done this ages ago. And head back to Mechas. It seems like now they're doing it. I don't know, man. Let's see. Fascinating. +3. We have discovered a thriving ecosystem in the upper atmosphere of the gas giant Shutra 1. Massive floating creatures having evolved. Bodies filled with lighter than air gases. Follow the wind currents and feed off the energy released by the gas giant's frequent lightning storms. These beings in turn support colonies of smaller animals that prey on atmospheric plankton and each other. Cool. I like that they went with a sci-fi, but it's kind of grounded in sort of a thematically real world, as in, like, you know, you have like space whales living on gas giants. You know, it's science fiction, but it's kind of grounded in a real understanding of our world. And I think that's really cool. Oh, sorry, I meant to pause. Let me see here. Scientist R1 has developed new skills. Oh, he has the archaeologist trait. Excellent. So that is the anomaly research speed is faster and he has a lower risk. This is really good. This is kind of what I was hoping for him. And so you are over here. I think I now feel kind of safe venturing out a little bit here. I have one science ship over here in Wasat. I'm going to send you more down in this direction. I'm going to send you to Alpha Hydri. We are saving up for a colony ship. We're not too far off from being able to afford it. And we just got a new technology. I believe it's a physics technology, energy modulation. Yes. Yes, I want to unlock the energy grid building. I would also like to unlock the assist research, but not quite yet. Preferably somewhere down the line in the not too distant future. I'm going to pick up global energy management because this will give me the ability to build the energy grid, which is a very, very useful thing, particularly when you're playing a machine empire, because they use a lot of energy for their population and such. And not only that, but like buildings in general are just expensive to maintain. But yeah, it's time to save up for our colony ship. They are quite expensive to maintain, but I'm not worried about that. We got another system survey completed on this ship. This is the Wasat system. We do want to keep our eyes out. Perhaps we may want to build a frontier outpost somewhere out here. It would have to be really, really worth it, and it would have to be somewhere that I'm not going to be able to colonize for a long time, in order for me to feel like it's really worth it. So, right, I have our little friendly R1 going on here. And he did level up first, although, you know, Vaglog is not far behind. I'm curious, could I perhaps recruit... Ugh, they're all these guys. I kind of regret having these guys. Although, you know what, man, it'll be the way it is. I'm just annoyed that they make up so many of my leaders. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like there should always be like my main racial leader available if it's possible. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. How about you? Are you getting ready to level up? I guess you only really get experience from things actually being built, don't you? There's another population about to finish. I think I'm going to get the colony ship first. I'm going to let this just be the way it is, and I'll get the colony ship first. I'm going to get him to research any level 1 anomalies you find, you're going to research them. But if you find higher level ones, I'll maybe get someone else to do it. So I could build another population, but that would delay my spaceport by another 5 months. Sorry, my colony ship by another 5 months. So I'm going to get started on the colony ship first instead. And then in a few short months, probably 4 months, I'll be able to stick out another population. And then once I have that population building, I'm going to want to upgrade my energy buildings, because I'm hitting an energy dip here where it's getting quite expensive. Population construction has been completed. Anomaly has found that... Okay, you found an anomaly over there. That's fine. This particular song actually for the game feels really loud to me. I've kind of had to adjust my own personal volume. It doesn't... It's kind of the way... The volume that I hear. What you hear is going to be different. You see, the strong gravity well of LES M2 has pulled a massive amount of space debris which has formed a dense layer around parts of its gas giant. Most of it appears to be wreckage from a series of space battles fought in the system several millennia ago. Scavengers have already scoured the debris field of valuable technologies and artifacts, but a mining station should be able to recycle the metal. Interesting. So that is in Lessim. So there's quite a bit of minerals over there. Now, having a look here, there is potential. I was saying if there would be a little bit more energy over here, there would be potential to put a frontier outpost over here. But there's so little energy there. I feel like there's a lot less space creatures. I feel like there used to be way more like space creatures, like mining stations, those gas space whale things. I feel like there's a lot less of that now. I'm not sure how I feel about it. We have our very first colony ship coming online. I'm going to get started on building a new population. I should really get started on these things, but I'm going to build the pop because that's the thing that takes the longest. So I'll get to work on the population. Excellent. And then I'll get to work on upgrading these energy grids to get ourselves better here. Population resource production. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't. So as I level this guy up, he potentially could get up to 16% more yield from all of the tiles in this place. Now, I do want to remember I am picking up here the network junction, and you know what I might do actually? I was tempted to put a energy network grid on this tile. But what I might do instead is I might put the Unity thingy on there.
Technological acquisition successful.
Okay, we just got mineral processing, which is really nice. That is going to make it a little bit easier to get more minerals if we want to specialize a world in that direction. Now we could unlock the Teldar crystals. I like the idea of getting ion thrusters because if we take a look at our ships, I like getting the cheap techs first. It's just kind of the way I am. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy like that. But if I go in here and I have a look at the ship designer, our corvettes could benefit from having better engines. You know, we just have like little crappy chemical thrusters. I think better engines is actually not a bad idea. And it is probably getting to the point in the game where we do need to start thinking about having a competent navy, at least just to fend off like small space pirates and stuff. I don't know how common they are in the current version of the game, because I do remember they were really, really common, but they feel really rare now. So let's see here. Lisak has been fully surveyed. Not exactly the most amazing system ever found. I'm going to get you to go survey over there. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut here and say thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel, and remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.